Welcome to week 2 of Social Media 101. I'm Tova, I'm the social media specialist, and this week we're going to be covering Instagram content that converts. Okay, so today what we're going to cover is how to repurpose one idea into multiple formats. So that is using the same thing and repurposing it. That way you're not doing double, triple the work. Building content pillars that attract clients, and boosting engagement with simple strategies that convert. Okay, so we have your feed, which is your main grid, curated, consistent content. Your stories, which are daily, behind the scenes, casual, and authentic. Your reels, which are short, engaging, algorithm friendly growth tool, which are short videos. And your highlights are stories that you want to turn into a longer term thing. So that way, when people go to your profile, they can see your highlights, and those were once a story, and now you can make them permanent. Okay, so how do I repurpose one idea into multiple formats? We can use a client testimonial. So on your feed, you can post a photo of them with a quick little quote. On your story, you can do a thank you video. So have them thanking you for all the hard work that you put in, what made you stand out. So for a reel, you can post a little video. It can be what made you stand out from other loan officers, why you were easy to work with, anything positive that they have to say about you. You can also do a little video of their house, of their family. There's lots of things that you can do with that. For your highlight, you can put a folder called client, and then that way, all your stories from your client, you can just add to that. And that way, when people go on your profile, they can immediately click that and see all the clients that you worked with and all the successful closings and things that you're really proud of. Okay, so now we're going to add a post to our story. And that way we're not doing, again, double the work. You can just reshare a post that you made. Sometimes people don't see it if they scroll past it or it didn't load on their feed. You can add it to your story, and you'll click this little share button to start off. And then this little plus button at the bottom. You can pick a song. If you don't know what to type, for example, you can type celebration and tons of songs will come up. They have tons of options. And then you can add a little GIF or GIF, however people say it. So some like fireworks or confetti to celebrate, or whatever you want. And then you can add a question, so that will keep people more engaged and maybe another potential client. So that is just some fun ways to add to your story and keep people engaged. Okay, so content pillars. Here are just some examples that you can use. So education is always a good one. You can talk about loans, real estate tips, and if you aren't already connected to SN Connect, reach out to your regional marketers and make sure to get that set up, because in SN Connect, we have a whole library full of stuff that people have made. I've spent a lot of time making stuff and a lot of evergreen content. So you're obviously welcome to make your own posts, but if you're not sure, you can start there. We have so much content in there. So another pillar you can do is inspiration. So sharing success stories and lifestyle, connections, sharing personal stories behind the scenes. And you can have real proof, so testimonials, case studies, those 5-star reviews, whatever you're proud to share. So here are just some examples. Again, this came from our content library. This is the education post. And then inspiration, if your team did really well. Obviously, we just had our Norway trip, so there's a lot of people to celebrate for that. And connections, here is a closing, and then a client testimonial. So if you don't have a Canva account, I would suggest making one, because that way it's free and it's very user-friendly, so you can make templates on your own and get posting for that. Okay, so here are just some simple strategies to boost your engagement. Call to action captions. So you always want to add something for that, which is save this, DM for info, reach out to learn more, reach out for a consultation, something like that. Anything that has people wanting to reach out to you. Call to action on your stories could be polls, quizzes, and questions. Move in the algorithm. So you want to reply to comments and messages quickly or as soon as you can get to them. Obviously, the sooner the better, but as long as you're replying, that is exactly what we want because we don't want to post and ghost. Don't do that. In your reels, usually it will pop up and it will show you it will show you songs that have been trending. And if you use those, then you're more likely for people to see the reels. Obviously, you can use whatever sound you want, but if you want to try to make your reel more popular and get more likes, starting with a trending audio is the best way to go. And consistency is key. So make sure you're posting at least once a week. If that's where you can start, that's great. 2 to 3 posts a week are probably best, or every day. But whatever you can do is the best. It can feel really overwhelming. So if you can just do 1 post a week, that's a great place to start. And like I said, we have tons of content in our content library. So you can just pull stuff from there and have a couple posts and it'll be super easy. Okay, so now that we're done, the weekly challenge. We have 3 challenges. So 1 is pick 1 idea and repurpose it into your feed, story, reel, and a highlight. Identify your 3 to 4 content pillars and try 1 new engagement strategy this week. Okay, well, thanks for joining and we'll see you next week.